Okay, so we got our blank cut. Our night gear here is cut, right dimensions. So now all we have to do is now cut the teeth on there. I took away all the unit, I took away the cutter and the shaft and all that stuff just to give you a little bit better angle on it. What we're going to use to do this is we are going to use this indexing head. The whole purpose of this indexing head is to divide this gear into a certain amount of teeth that we want to cut on here. This here is going to be a 12-tooth gear for our arbor press. This here is a 40-to-1 gearbox. So we're going to take 40, we're going to divide it by 12, and that is going to give us 3 1/3. So being able to turn something exactly 3 turns is fairly simple, but now trying to figure out a way that we're going to divide that third. So what we're going to use is, there's different ways of doing it, but we're going to use this indexing plate right here. So this has got multiple holes, multiple different patterns of holes over here. What we're going to use is we are going to use the section here, it's the third row down. It's got 39 holes in there. So 39 is divided by 3. So every 13th hole, right from here to here, is going to mark that third. So what we're going to do is we will use these sector arms right here. That's what these are. You can loosen them and move them out to depending on which number of teeth and gears you're cutting or which part of the sector arm that you need. For us today, we need 13 for the 1/3. So what we're going to do is take this lock off, like here. We're going to grab a hold of just this one gear, this one handle only. We're going to pull the pin out of the indexing plate, like so. We're going to make sure that we only turn in one direction. We're not going to go past our number and come back to it, because then we'll have backlash involved. So what I'm going to do is I want 3 1/3, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to come my third here, and that is going to go lock into place. I'm going to advance my sector arms here, and because we are using something that is divisible by 24, then this locking plate is going to fit in there as well. Another way that we could do this is we could use what's called direct indexing. We could use this plate right here. It's got notches cut in there all the way around, 24 notches. So if you're doing a gear that is divisible by 24, you could do the direct indexing. But if you're using 14 or 11 or 10, it's not going to work. Okay, so we turn this one turn, and then that's going to allow us to cut our gear. I'm going to do that one more time. Take the lock out again, pull this handle out, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then the next third right there. Advance the sector arms, and move the lock back into place, and I'll be able to cut the next gear. Fairly straightforward. As far as depth of cut goes, what I would have done is I would have brought the cutter right over top of my part, and I would have touched up so it was at 0. I would have come off my part over here, and then raise my knee up to the depth of cut, and then apply some lubricant, and then cut that gear. We'll do that in the next video.